YouTube. Welcome back. And here we are, standing on the beach, looking for things to get up to. And I think we've found some things to get up to. Today we're going to do this Doryani thing. Travel to the corrupted nexus. See what that's all about. So in order to get there, we're going to have to go here, and then we're going to have to go here. I'll record both so you can see what the corrupted zones are all about. This area has coalesced corruption. There's no level limit or level requirement on any of these. We've done this. We've got that hideout. We did that last week, I believe. So yeah, let's get on with these corrupted zones. I hope you're all doing beautifully well today. Big congratulations to Spain for winning the World Cup last night. I am not what anybody might confuse with a football supporter. I don't think I've ever watched a full game of football in my life. I am, however, far more likely to be found watching a game of cricket or a game of rugby than a game of football.
Can it carry anymore?
I have heard that the England game against France was a great game of football, and that it was everything that the final probably wasn't but should have been, and that the Argentinians
Indeed. Quickly.
were awful.
Gold is useless to me. Take it.
Cheating, fouling from the first whistle to the
I will
last.
make use of this.
And as somebody who I saw reviewing the game this morning said
Time is of the essence.
that the refereeing staff and the fourth officials should have been given a silver medal instead of a gold medal. A silver medal obviously to go along with the one that their teammates in the Argentinian team won. Now I can't judge on the veracity of that, but I have actually heard a lot of very, very bad things about how the Argentinian team behaved. And of course, as with all of these things, you only behave the way that you're allowed to behave. And so if they behaved badly, it was because the organizers and the authorities allowed them to do so. Whether that's because of, you know, they're afraid that somebody like Lionel Messi might not do publicity and promotion stuff, and, you know, whether they think that Lionel Messi walks on water and they've got to nurse this guy for some reason. I have absolutely no idea why they would favor the Argentinian team. But as some wise man said, the difference between football and rugby is that football is a game where people spend 90 minutes pretending they're injured, and rugby is a game where men play 80 minutes pretending they're not injured. But I grew up playing rugby and I grew up playing cricket, and I cannot for the life of me work out what the attraction is for football. I really don't. And I have tried. A friend of mine's a Scouser, and obviously he's a red through and through, and he's tried to. I just don't. I just can't get it. I don't. No. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I've got no social history with it. So, you know. But hey, if you love football, you love football, and that's fine and fair play to you. And maybe someone would stick in the comments exactly why football is so wonderful, and what am I missing What am I missing with this football business? What the hell was I standing on there that was draining my life like that? I have no idea. I couldn't see anything on the ground. There was no cloud. What the hell was that?
This is all we have. As expected. Go.
But what I did do last night was, instead of watching sports ball or anything like that, was, and as anybody who's seen my previous video series, and I have spoken about this for quite some time, my absolute love of cinema and my disappointment sometimes at the crap that Hollywood turns out. But I watched a movie last night called Project Hail Mary, which was a very, very good film. Very enjoyable, very well written, incredibly well acted. Great story. The script was fantastic. I mean, it really was. I mean, and it was very, 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 very funny. So legitimately hilarious moments in the film. Particularly when he wakes up from his induced coma. And he's trying to get his brain to work again. It really is it's a fantastic movie. I'm trying not to say too much because I don't want to do any spoilers. But it's a legitimately good film.
I'm full up.
Quickly. A useful trade. Done.
druid knows to travel light.
Speak. This is all we have. As expected. Time is of the essence.
Pack's heavy enough already. Ancient grass! Precious dead!
Those worms are nasty. Right, so that's that done.
Go on. Quickly. Gold is useless to me. Take it. Indeed.
Duh. Alright, this is where we're going, because we want to do this. Corrupted Nexus. Area contains a corrupted boss. If we go here, it says travel to the corrupted Nexus. And this, I believe, is the corrupted Nexus. So, we'll be doing this. And hopefully, we'll get on Doryani's good side. And he won't sacrifice us or turn us into a machine. Which would be nice. Because I really don't fancy being turned into a machine. I'm talking of being turned into machines. I did once contact, or at least try to contact, Elon Musk's team at Neuralink to see whether anything that they're doing at Neuralink could be used to help me deal with the injuries, particularly the cognitive side of my brain injuries. But I never heard anything back from them, which is a shame. It would have been nice to know whether it would be possible, or or not. Just, to say, oh, you're not the right candidate, or your medical profile isn't something that would benefit from this or whatever. But even if it was, even if the Neuralink was able to help me deal with some of the pain issues, which again is entirely neurological. Pain is a neurological phenomenon. And you would think that a neurological implant could be used to help in that respect. And I know a lot of people are a little bit worried about, this phenomenon called transhumanism. I think they've been reading a little bit too much Heinlein and the rest of these, sci-fi writers from the 60s and 70s. You don't really hear very much of these people bitching about, cochlear implants to help deaf people hear, or, the implants that they're putting, the Koreans are developing, to help people grow teeth back and to help people grow bone back and stuff. That it doesn't seem to be high on their list of things to bitch about. I think it's just, after time, I think it's just another reason to have a go at Elon Musk. Pretty much everything that Elon does is wrong. but when other people do it, it seems to be fine.
I'm full up.
Speak. Quickly. As expected. I will make use of this. Indeed.
Who sent you? Goodbye.
Can I carry any more?
Speak. Quickly. Gold is useless to me. Take it. Time is of the essence.
Yeah, so I have no real big fears about this kind of thing.
Nature's grasp! I'm not ready yet. Mighty Batman! Could be worse. A druid knows to travel light.
This is all we have. As expected. I will make use of this. Go.
was old. A druid knows to travel light. Roots and snare ye! I'm not ready yet.
A suitable test subject. It worked. My prototype shows promise.
Okay.
That went well. I hoped it could handle such concentrations of corruption.
You didn't think to mention this afore, when we've been searching for ways to quell the beast.
This is but a drop in a vast ocean compared to the precursor weapon. There is no way this would be capable of being used against the beast.
But what good is it then? Unless we can kill corruption at its source, it'll continue to come back.
We continue to unravel the mystery of corruption and its unmaking. And perhaps we can use that to our advantage.
Okay, so we now have a Doryani's point. So which one do we fancy? 2% increased effectiveness of monsters per explicit modifier on the map. Rare monsters have a 3% increased chance of monster modifiers per explicit modifier on the map. And 1% increased rarity of items dropped by monsters per explicit modifier on the map. Your maps have an additional revival up to 6. 150% increased expedition explosive. Oh, that sounds... Oh, I like that one. Grand expeditions have only 5 explosives. That sounds interesting. We'll go with that. We'll do a grand expedition with that on, and we'll see what happens. Right. So, Doryani, what have we got to do now? Travel to a corrupted nexus. Enigma chamber, abyssal wound, hive colony, grand mirror, complete rituals. Travel to a corrupted nexus. Right. I guess. Oh, these have been cleansed. Right. Okay. Well, look. It might take a while for me to find a corrupted nexus, but find a corrupted nexus I shall. And at that moment, I will be back. And I will continue with the saga. Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. And we are continuing our journey into corruption. And I said at the last video that I made on this that I was going to find a corruption node. Well, I did, and it took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It took 13 nodes in this direction to find one, but I also struck out to try and find one down this way, and it took that was already done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 21 nodes essentially before I found a corruption node. But hey, we found one. I said I would find one. I said I was determined to find one, and I found one. And so here we are. So we're going to do this node here, and then we're going to do Doryani's quest that says travel to a corrupted nexus. And this, if I can read properly, is a corrupted nexus. So we'll do this, and this, and then we'll call it a day for Doryani's science. Though I guess he'll probably have more for us to do at a later date. Oh, fungus. Right, okay, fungus. Well, I have to say, this is all very unpleasant. The fungal behemoth, he can hit hard. He can give you a nasty surprise or two. Bloody hell, that's a big prawn.
Nature takes what's old.
And I certainly have a more nuanced understanding of why people would want to run these things as fast as possible. I have to say. Because unless you're in the higher levels of farming, you know, up there, 13, 14, 15. And you're having to, you know, open up like I had to do yesterday, you know, 12, 13, 15 nodes in order to get to the next stage of your quest. Then you obviously want to get those open and done as quickly as possible. So if you're able to do them in 10 minutes, you know, you're able to run through one in 10 minutes. It takes me half an hour to do. You know, so I'm doing like 2 an hour, and there's people who are doing 10 an hour. Well, I can kind of understand where those 10 an hour guys are coming from. I still stand by what I said the other day, that for me, purely for me and the way that I play and the way that I kind of enjoy games, it would feel a little bit like a little bit soulless.
A druid knows to travel light.
So the plan basically is to do Doryani's science, to get this done, and then to go and look for Gwennon and the islands, open up the islands. And to open up the big mirror.
I'm full up.
Yeah, open up the big mirror and do some rituals. I'm not saying that I'm going to be able to do the King in the Mist, but at least I can get an invitation for an audience with the King, and I might not be able to kill him straight off, because I've heard he can be a bit tricky. But at least we can open it up, and then we've got something to work towards.
I'll take it.
So I made some notes. So my notes basically say the search for Gwenin, Grand Mirror, Grand Expedition and Excavation, Druid Rituals and Invitation to an Audience to the King, Jado's Corrupted Nexus, which is what we're doing now, and the Eastern Incursion. Or the Eastern Incursion for our little mate Lurky over there in the abysses, because we've done two for him. We've done 2 bits for him, and now we've just got to do the third, which I believe leads on to something else.
Pack's heavy enough already. Wild spawn! Raise the thrust! Can I carry any more? Druid knows to travel light. Take what's old. Takes what's old.
Let's see what we've got here.
I'm full up.
Well, that was fun. I survived. Okay, cool.
Pack's heavy enough already. Desert dog! Wild! Take hold!
Yep.
This
Bye
will
bye.
aid our research. We are making progress. This subject differs from the last. That is to our benefit. These strange mutations may help identify how to calibrate my prototype further.
On the subject of mutations, am I safe from those? Given the amount of time I spend around corruption.
Definitely not. But if you develop any tumors or mutations, I will excise them for you. Besides, if you're so worried, just be quick about it.
You think I've been dawdling all this time? I'm going as fast as I can, lad.
I'm sure the negative effects are not something you will have to face for quite some time. Live for today, as they say. In any case, you have done well here.
Well, that's alright then. Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I was lost in thought.
All this time spent among corruption, can it be good for our bodies? Or our souls?
Of course. Anyone who leaves this ziggurat for any period of time is going to die someday. Tumors, mutations, madness. Unless we complete my prior work and discover the secret of immortality. That is still my eventual plan, of course.
Raxx has been my home for a long time, and never has it looked worse for wear. Is there still hope for its future? Or even in the event we cure corruption, does it only get worse from here?
Though the task seems endless, remember the course of history. This is the third cataclysm we know of. In both previous cases, Raxx eventually healed. The true challenge is whether we, or humanity itself, can survive until eventually.
Well, that's fair enough then.
Sorry, I was lost in thought. I've research to do. Sorry, I was lost in thought.
Right. So, that was Doryani science. Well, that's this area cleansed. Not sure. I think he wants me to go and do another corrupted nexus by the looks of things. Well, that's going to have to wait because it took me 17 nodes to find the last patch of corrupted ground, so it's probably going to take me another 17 to find another patch of corrupted ground, and I've got, you know, things like, you know, living and eating, breathing, sleeping, that kind of thing to do. So the next one we'll do, now that we've done this one, we will do the search for Gwenin. We'll look for Gwenin in the next video, and at the same time we'll keep an eye out for corrupted bits and bobs. All right. Thank you ever so much, everybody. I know it's been a little bit long-winded and been stretched over a few days, but that's the way it is, I'm afraid, at this stage. Thank you ever so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.